Hello! It's a foggy old Tuesday the 7th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. So Catherine Mann has been on. She fears that it's too early for the Bank of England to slow the pace of rate hikes while inflation remains so high. However, she feels that there is a pressure on the MPC from the cost of living crisis, but any shift in policy will risk a more significant recession and a much weaker currency if the yield appeal from higher rate hikes falls away too soon. Catherine wants to stay on course until inflation has been brought under control. Catherine is committed to the cause. Be like Catherine. Meanwhile, construction activity is slowing. Sector data fell to 48.4 yesterday, down from 48.8, which shows activity is contracting. And that trend is set to continue as potential homeowners shy away from mortgage rates that are rising. Don't forget, Santander expects a 10% drop in house prices, so there's a little bit more to go there. Over in the US, despite the Fed tapering policy, market sentiment expects rate hikes to continue while inflation remains elevated. Now the Fed has tapered from a bullish 75 basis point hike seen last year. We'll probably have a few more 25 basis point rate hikes as they take smaller steps into restrictive territory, paying close attention to the data as the rate tightening cycle tails off. They're much likely to overshoot their targets that way. While the focus has been purely on inflation, we shouldn't forget that the Fed mandate is to pursue maximum employment and price stability, where the employment market remains red hot, creating over 500,000 new jobs in a month. That rather plays into their hands while they're targeting a soft landing, even if the war on inflation isn't over yet. The dollar continued to strengthen after Friday's employment data, and the dollar index topped out at 103.75 yesterday. Sterling might be bottoming out from the same move, touching a low of just over 120 against the dollar yesterday. We open around 120.45 against the dollar. We're about 112.20 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 107.40 this morning. We've got US trade data out later, where another $68 billion is expected to be added to the tab. Fancy a side bet on where the US debt is up to these days? Game on.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.